It's going to start with a rig setup here. First thing I may do is go ahead and just go to the create splines, and I'm going to make a circle, keyboard entry, a radius of 1, about. I'm just going to scale this up a little bit, and the purpose of this is going to become my, I'm going to go ahead and give this a name. I have to move my microphone over a little bit, and I'm just going to call this world control. Okay, and then that's going to basically be his world controller, and I'm going to let's see what I want to do with this. I'm going to go ahead and let's just go to the top view, and I'm going to give it like a little directional thing, and I'm going to actually need to scale out just a little bit. I'm going to use a line tool, and then I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use grid points, and then I'm just going to make a, so hopefully I'm going to be snapping to the grid points, and I want like just an arrow shape basically to give that world control a direction. Close the spline, yes, and then I'm going to turn this off, and then let's just go ahead and zoom in, and I'm going to move this here and just scale it down a bunch. Scale it down, and all this does is just give I want this to give my world control just a direction, and that's really all it is. So if I happen to rotate that around, I'll know which direction it's going to be facing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this a name too. Wonderful. And that's just not what I want at all. Let's see, world directional. I'm going to call this curve and not control. Yeah, so sorry about the floating window there. That's not really what I want my interface to be looking like just for the sake of this tutorial, but at one point maybe I'll be able to get it back in there. So for right now, let's go ahead and give this a color. I've got colors in here already. If you want to make new colors, I probably will use yellow for my for these world controls. If you wanted to create a new one, for example, you could just what you can do is after you make a color in here, you can just drag it over and drop it in. Yeah, it's not letting me do that for some reason here, but you can assign that if you want new colors in there. So I'm just going to click that yellow, okay. I'm going to select this, same thing right there, yellow, okay, and I've got those things going on right there. And what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to right click on this, I'm going to go to Object Properties, Show Frozen and Gray, turn that off, and I'm going to freeze it. Actually no, let's turn that off for just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use the whatever this thing is called, the I don't know, what do you call that, the yeah, link. Okay, so I'm going to select this first. We're going to go here to the what tab is that? Hierarchy, and we're going to go to link info here, select on that, and so we have locks and inherit. So inherit. So I'm just going to lock everything off on this first of all, and so now I shouldn't be able to move it or scale it or anything. And now can right click on it, Object Properties, Show Frozen and Gray is off. Let's set it to freeze and select OK. This one I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as is, and now I should have basically a world control that I can kind of select and use. I'm going to go here to my top view, and I'm just going to go to Create Text. I'm using under my shapes and text, and I'm going to call this 2010 12 April 7:56 a.m. game rig. Maybe like that and like this, and just pop it in here. Ooh, it's going to be very big, and I'm going to just make the size. Let's scale it down. And this is, for me, this isn't necessarily something you have to do, but it's kind of just if you want to have that little interactive information there, just so it's handy. And I may just go to my move tool And I'm just going to zero this out at X, and I just tend to park mine somewhere right there in that vicinity. I'm going to call this descriptive rig text. That's fine. Just go to this and we'll make it yellow. And object properties, show frozen and gray. Let's freeze it and let's just OK. And first of all, let's go to the what is this? The hierarchy tab? Yeah. Link info. Link info. Move, rotate, and scale. Let's just gonna lock these all off. I don't want any animator to go in here and to alter that. So we're just gonna keep that in there like that. And that might be how I would start off my first thing. Now, actually, what I am going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and make I'm going to make another. I'm going to zoom out some more here, and I want to make a kind of a generic controller that I'm going to be using for the foot and maybe for the shoulders and some other body parts that you'll kind of see here in just a minute. So let's just, I'm using this grid snap. And just close spline, yes. So let me just turn that off, and I'm just going to show you again. So I just use line here, and I'm going to turn on the snaps toggle here. And again, if you right click on that, you get access here to grid points. So I'm going to snap here and like this, and it's just allowing me to make a curve that's nice and clean. And I'm probably going to use this close spline, yes. Turn this off, and then what I'm going to do is let's just go ahead and scale this down. Actually, let's go ahead and zoom out just a bit, and I'm going to go to pivot, effect pivot only, and then I'm going to use snap here. And will I get it to where I want it? No, it doesn't work the way I want it to. I haven't figured that out. Sorry, but I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm basically trying to get this. Do you see this line right here? I'm trying to get it in the center of that right there, because that's how I'm going to use it. So I'm going to turn this off now, and then I'm just going to go ahead and scale this down, and I'm just going to park this right in front here. Just so I'm going to end up using this. We can go ahead and scale it down a little bit more. I'm going to end up using this for my foot controls, my hand controls, and the shoulder controls, just so I'll have it there and I can reference it later. So this is how I might kind of start setting up my